Hey guys, it's GoldenSteelTV here. We're back with another Minecraft video, once again. We got a few things to talk about, including the Super Bowl and what's gonna happen next in the next few months with my YouTube channel. Alright, so, yeah. I'm already leaving the village to continue the project that I was working on last video, in which I work on building a rail system, and I'm on my way now. Alright, the Super Bowl, to be honest, it was fucking boring as hell. I mean, it was not fucking interesting, you know. All it was was just that it had so many punts and only one touchdown, which was from the Patriots. In the end, the Patriots won 10-3, I think, against the Rams. The only time the Rams had scored was the field goal, which added 3 points to the score. And unfortunately, they couldn't win, and they got fucked, you know, by the Patriots. I'm building a mini station that looks like a temporary. The platforms are temporary. I'll make them permanent as soon as I finish the project. Yeah. Jared Goff, he had a subpar performance in the Super Bowl. I mean, he has no experience playing in the Super Bowl since it was his first time playing in it. While Tom Brady and Bill Belichick are extremely experienced in playing in the Super Bowl. So yeah. The only saving grace of the Super Bowl was the NFL 100th anniversary short film that aired as a commercial. It was so good. The commercials featured NFL players from the past and present, including Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, of course himself, Terry Bradshaw, who was currently the Fox Sports analyst, and Roger Staubach, the legendary Cowboys quarterback, and lots of more featured in the commercial. It was so good, and it's my favorite commercial out of all Super Bowl commercials that aired during the Super Bowl. Yeah. Tom Brady is like Thanos. He has 6 Super Bowl rings in total during his career. With the first time he won was in 2002, and the latest time was this year, which means it's been the 6th time since he won the Super Bowl. So he has He has the same number of Super Bowl rings like the Steelers. The Steelers have 6 championships in total, which all of them being Super Bowl championships. The Steelers have not made it to the Super Bowl since 2011. They weren't featured in the playoffs, and I'm sorry to say this, Steelers fans, if you're watching this. The halftime show, it wasn't interesting either. The only best part of it was the SpongeBob segment. I was fucking disappointed that Sweet Victory was never performed at the halftime show. I know many of you are pissed too, but it is what it is. Alright, I'm building a long bridge that could connect from that piece of land to that piece of land that will be used as a city. So yeah, I want to build a connection to it to provide reliable transportation from one place to another. Right. It's a really long bridge, to be honest, you know. So I'm laying down the basic foundation of the bridge. Yeah. The Patriots receiver, Julian Edelman, was named the Super Bowl MVP. Earlier in the season, he didn't show up for the first 4 games of the season because he was suspended for using performance-enhancing drugs, aka steroids. The Patriots have been in trouble even during the Belichick and Brady dynasty. You know, Bill Belichick himself got in trouble in 2007 for Spygate, and then Tom Brady was suspended for the first 4 games of the 2016 season because of Deflategate. And a murderer used to play for the Patriots. It was a guy by the name of Aaron Hernandez. He shot and killed someone in 2013. After his arrest, he was kicked out of the Patriots. He was convicted, and then he committed suicide via hanging while it's still in custody. It turned out that Aaron Hernandez had CTE. I won't talk about it, but it's fucked up for that guy to go out and kill someone, go to prison, and end up kill himself, you know? It's pretty fucked up. Okay, anyways. Now that we had the Super Bowl, no more football till September, at least. So, we can finally talk about how the 2018 season went. We had some ups and downs of the 2018 season. The downs were, of course, roughing the passer, and the ups were that some of the teams that were mediocre in the previous seasons became relevant again. For example, the Bears. The Bears have had some mediocre seasons in recent years, but things have finally turned around, seemingly, with the arrival of their coach Matt Nagy and the rise of their quarterback Mitch Trubisky. Shortly before the season began, Khalil Mack was traded from the Oakland Raiders to the Bears. Apparently because John Gruden, the coach of the Oakland Raiders, wanted to trade away some of their best players for the 2019 first round picks. Everyone is pissed at him, but as a Bears fan, we should be happy with what we got because he turned out to be a beast in the Bears and made them relevant again. So yeah, that's it. But But Khalil Mack isn't the only person who got traded by John Gruden. John Gruden traded one more person, and it was Amari Cooper, the wide receiver for the Raiders. He was traded to the Cowboys. Things worked out. From there, things worked out for him. Yeah. So, Cowboys fans shouldn't be mad at John Gruden either. Because, like I said, we're happy that we got the best players for the teams that deserved better, you know. For trading Khalil Mack to the Bears, it was the right thing to do, cause we want to turn things around for the next couple of years ahead, you know. And the biggest disappointment of the NFL season was Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. Last year, Kirk Cousins left the Washington Redskins, and signed a 3-year, $84 million contract with the Vikings. So, was it a worthy contract, or simply just a waste of money? It's up to you to decide. Things look good for the Vikings once he signed with them. Fans were like, "Oh, he's gonna turn things around. He'll make us a playoff team." But unfortunately, things began to crumble late in the season when the Vikings embarrassed themselves in a game against the Seattle Seahawks. I'm not trying to defend the Vikings, but as a Bears fan, I'm automatically not a fan of the Vikings. But shit can fuck up the team, you know. And finally, at the end of the season, they lost against you know who, the Bears, you guessed it. And that marked the end of their playoff contention, which in turn let the Philadelphia Eagles in. You see, Philadelphia Eagles were contenders for the playoffs, even in the beginning, cause obviously they had won the Super Bowl in 2018 last year. Last year. Yeah, with Nick Foles in the picture, everyone was so excited for their playoff run. They did defeat the Bears with the help of one infamous moment, you know, the double doink. And then they eventually lost to the Saints. It was the best thing to happen to the Bears fans, because we deserved better. But thus far, we had a great season. You know. Right. Another disappointment was John Gruden and the Oakland Raiders. Oakland Raiders sucked throughout the 2018 season. The trades of Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper, which I talked about earlier, didn't help either, and they were just as terrible as they were. They did win some games, however, and posted a 4-12 record at the end of the season. So, will the Raiders become a playoff contending team once again? I don't know, because only time will tell when it will be back in the playoff contention. we also the ups of the season was that we had a rise of quarterbacks like Mitchell Trubisky, Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, and I don't know who else. Another disappointment, another thing to talk about was that Eli Manning and the New York Giants had a terrible season too. Instead of having long passes, Eli decided to rely on checkdowns. Being 38 years old, his prime years are out, and it seems like he's not gonna be a playoff contender anytime soon. And Eli's getting old, you know. He's becoming a bit too old to play, you know. I'm not disrespecting him, but I just want to be honest with you guys. He has already won 2 Super Bowl championships, and as he's grown older, things are not looking good for the Giants. There was even talk of getting Eli Manning traded to other teams like the Jaguars, but the trade never materialized. So the Giants will probably be the Giants will probably be stuck with him until he eventually does retire. So only God knows when he will retire. I don't know when. You know something? The Vikings, who I talked about earlier in this video, they're all, every year at the beginning of the season, they're like, this is gonna be out here, I believe that. But there's always heartbreak, and they always don't advance past the divisional or wild card round. This year they didn't make the playoffs, and being a Bears fan, I want to make fun of you guys. I'm sorry if I'm disrespecting you Vikings fans who are watching this, but I just want to be brutally honest with you. Don't lift up your hopes, Vikings fans. Don't lift up your hopes. Even if you get a new quarterback, don't even lift up your hopes, because it's not going to change anything about how things will go in the season. Okay, in other news, Joe Flacco, the quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, is getting traded to the Denver Broncos. The Broncos have had a terrible season in 2018. Without Peyton Manning's leadership and abilities since he retired, the Broncos have fallen into irrelevancy and have become mediocre like before. So they're just basically a mediocre team now without Peyton Manning, since he retired, of course. Will Joe Flacco turn things around with the Broncos? I don't know, because Case Keenum didn't work out. Didn't do much better with the Broncos. As you can see right now, the long bridge that's supposed to connect from this land to that piece of land is already finished. So yeah, well, partially finished. I still got to add the support buttresses to provide structural integrity to the bridge. So yeah. Okay, enough of the football talk. Let's talk about the channel's future within the next couple of months. The Minecraft videos, not these kind of videos like this, but the comedy and drama series will come back sometime in spring or summer. I'm not sure exactly when, but I'll try to develop a story as soon as I can to turn that idea into a video for you guys. So yeah. And then of course I'll bring some more gaming videos. I hope to come back to Roblox because it's been a while since I made a Roblox video. And also Apex Legends came out. I haven't gotten a chance to play Apex Legends yet, but probably one day I'll do a video on Apex Legends. Sooner or later. That's in the pipeline for now. So it's currently proposed. And in real life, I showed up at the Battle of the Bands that took place at my school. Several of my friends were performed at the Battle of the Bands, including theater kids, whose link will be in the description below. And yeah, other bands that were in that show were the Tracies, 48, Acoustic Dreams, and a band that included Izzack, whose channel has a link down below, and his friends. I forgot the band name, but I want you to subscribe to Izzack with the link provided in the description below. So yeah. Acoustic Dreams do not have a social media page. I don't know if they were a temporary band or a permanent band, but they don't have a social media page. Yeah. As implied by the band name, they played songs acoustically with just acoustic guitars and ukuleles instead of electric guitars. Right. 48 and the Traces, of course, have their own social media pages. In fact, they have an Instagram page, which, with the links being provided in the description below, so you can follow them and get notified of their posts. Theater kids, they also have an Instagram page, like I said. Click on the link up to their page below in the description and you'll get to follow them. So yeah, the polls to name the Steel Bridge and Minecraft Village are still ongoing, so if you want, so it's not too late to vote on them. I'm not sure. I'm still figuring out when these polls will expire. I think they will expire probably at the end of March. I'm just teasing for you guys. I'm teasing the closing date of the polls. The winners will be announced around this time, so yeah. As you can see, the project is still not complete, but should be finished soon. Also, one other thing I like to talk about before we finish the video, I downloaded a weather info system called WeatherStar 4000. For those of you who don't know, WeatherStar 4000 was primarily used as by the Weather Channel as their weather info system during the 1990s. They don't use it anymore, but the legacy still lives on with the emulators that are exclusively available for the desktop on Windows, Mac, and Linux, with the download link in the description below. Alright, I'm back in the village. So yeah, this is a tour of my house, as you can see right here. I hope to add some more stuff to this house soon. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.